Hello, this is Third Club, and today we are reviewing the 75311 Imperial Armored Marauder with 478 pieces and 4 minifigures. That being Grief Karga, Artillery Stormtrooper, or the Mortar Trooper as I'll be referring to it for the rest of the video, and 2 standard Stormtroopers. This set was released just a few days ago, August 1st, 2021, and retails for $40. This set on the box art, we can see it has the Greebling as well as a Mandalorian, as this is a Mando set. Along with it, on Navarro, battling, I guess, really no one. It's not shooting at anything particular. Here we can see the Mortar Trooper, the new Grief Karga figure, and a Stormtrooper, as well as, of course, the Marauder itself, which is kind of why we're all here. This set, as I have referred to it, kind of is like a $40 battle pack almost, but that's kind of just my opinion, going off of it from just the pictures. However, the set itself, I would not call it a $40 battle pack. On the side, we can see the side art here. Let's shine a light on that. It's good to see that we're keeping the side box art in this new wave. We're not straying away from that like we did in March. On the back, you can see the set number again, as well as all the figures and the play features displayed here. Well, Lego.com, Star Wars. Yeah, all the stuff we'll be getting into in just a sec, but right now, let's go take a look at the minifigures. Our first figure up is Grief Karga, and we are seeing a major upgrade from the previous iteration from last year. He has a better flowing print, which goes to his legs and waist, which was not present in the previous iteration. He has a beard in this one, does not have a secondary face print, has a little small blaster pistol there, and some detailing on the back. And this figure is really the only named character in the set, I believe. Because the Mortar Trooper doesn't really count, as that's just a generic trooper. So it's nice to get at least one named character in the set. Next up, we have a standard Stormtrooper, and there are 2 of these in the set, and it hasn't really changed much since the last ones. This one has this face print, and then the other one has another one. It's nice to see we're getting some variations from the angry clone face. But yeah, there are 2 of them, so you can fill out your tank. There's actually a reasonable amount of Stormtroopers in this set. They come with standard blasters. Really nothing new in them except for the face prints. Last up, and probably the big one for some people here, is going to be the Mortar Trooper. This is a new figure. It's exclusive to the set as of now. It's just a standard Stormtrooper, but it has a bunch of yellow markings, as well as this really nice backpack and yellow pauldron under the helmet. Here we're going to see a face which is similar to the Angry Clone face, not the same. The head actually can kind of spin a bit, which is nice because of this backpack raising it up a bit. And it does happen to have a back printing as well, which I'll show off. It does kind of match what the backpack was going for anyways. So if you wanted to show that instead of a backpack, you definitely could. I prefer to keep it on. I think it looks nice, and the Marauder does accommodate for it. Inside there is space for the Mortar Trooper's backpack, or as it's referred to in the set as the Artillery Trooper. Overall, I think it's a nice figure. It's good to see this, even though it's not really accurate to the scene. It does fit rather well in the set, and it's nice to get this, because I feel like upon viewing the episode, it's like, we're not going to get that. Well, we did. And here it is. It does not come with a weapon, like a handheld one, but it does, however, come with this mortar here. This is a very simple design. You can probably make your own. If you wanted to have more, you could. It has these I guess, opposable leg parts here. They do just use levers. It's a fairly simple build. You can totally make your own if you wanted to. So that's a nice throw in, although you couldn't really not have it. I'm pretty sure the Mortar Trooper needs what makes it so interesting, the mortar itself. Now let's get a look at the build. Okay, so this is in the Marauder Tank here. I'm going to spin this around so you guys can get a good look at it. Yeah, it's symmetrical, so what you see on one side also appears on the other. On the bottom, there's a lot of inverted tiles, so this can easily slide around. You don't have to worry about it dragging around, creating that awful sound and scratching up your plates in the bottom. It it rolls nicely. So on the front, we have stud shooters, which, it can't be a Lego set without them anymore, huh? They're in almost every set now, it seems. You can open up this front cockpit area into a control panel, and I have put a Stormtrooper in here. Yeah, it fits rather nicely. You can fold that up very easily. You can see the Stormtrooper kind of looking through the window there. There isn't really much of a window, more of a gap, but that's accurate, so it's included. There is a top hatch here, which doesn't actually access the interior, but kind of like in the Night Buzzard set, you can put figures in here and have them like shooting out of it, or like, I don't know, like yelling or whatever they wanted them to do. They fit, Grief Karga fits rather nicely in there. I just used him because he's portrayed doing that on the box. And you don't really notice it when it's displayed, which is nice. Kind of, it's out of the way. Next up on the sides here, we have these big opening doors. And unfortunately, due to, there's like an archway here, which prevents your figure from like going in there. So you have to like kind of toss them in through the side. But it can close up and open very, very nicely. And it fits in with the design. There is a turret on each side. They spin around like this. This is as much movement as they're going to get. There is also a container on each side, which contains a small crate. There are no like items to put in your crates here. They're just empty, but you can put things if you wanted them, like kind of like extra stud shooters. There's Orbesh on the side. I'm sure someone knows how to translate that. This is the Mos Eisley Cantina print here, so they're reusing that. You can get it in a cheap set. If you are buying Mos Eisley Cantina just for that print, I hope your wallet can fund that, because that's a rather expensive purchase, but you can just get them in here now. Anyways, inside, there is space for 2 figures. I have the Mortar Trooper in here, which has a special seat in the back, which accommodates for that large backpack. And it's really nice to see that this set was able to accommodate that. And there is also another seat there. There's not a whole lot of interior space, and when like getting them in, like I was having trouble putting the Mortar Trooper in there, but it does fit in rather nicely, and it's out of the way. This does, however, like when you flip it upside down, it can flop open rather easily, but if it's upside down, it's not really supposed to. On the back here, we have a large cannon, which is accurate, of course, to the show, and it does spin around like this. This is as much movement as you're going to get in it. Unfortunately, it does not do a full 360 degrees, but that's just like a design constraint. There's like a piece here which prevents it from happening. I'm sure they wanted to have it like do a full 360, but maybe something got in the way and couldn't properly work. On the back, we have some nice engine details. There is also this giant door which opens up. You can see a Stormtrooper in here, and you can also see them moving around like so. So that is kind of the general design. Now let's get into my final thoughts. Overall, I think that for $40, this set does present like a pretty good value. I mean, the 4 figures are nice. It's definitely an upgrade from last year's AAT, which had quite a few issues in it. I think the figures in general are like really nice, especially this one right here, seeing that for the first time, as well as an upgraded Grief Karga, which is way better than the one we saw in the Razor Crest. I think just the Marauder in general looks good. This is definitely like kind of like an army builder kind of vehicle. You can buy multiple of them. They all look nice. There's nothing like in this that would make it a unique vehicle. You can just get more and more and more and more. That's probably what LEGO wants you to do anyways. Like overall, I'd say maybe an 8 out of 10. It is a bit blocky, which some people have pointed out, but I think that does kind of work well. I guess like mainly having this cannon not being able to do like a full rotation is where I didn't really like it that much. I wish that it did, but I understand it can't. Overall, I enjoyed this set. The build process is fun. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. Maybe 8 out of 10. Sorry that I haven't been uploading recently. I have been a mixture of sick and on vacation, and since on vacation is pretty obvious why I can't record then, and being sick, if my voice is important to the videos, it's hard to record when your voice is all messed up. Thank you for watching this video. I have some more sets that I'll be reviewing soon, so stay tuned for those, and stay safe.